Okay, so this video is a bit outside of the norm of what I discuss on the channel. But remember, hey, if you came to my channel for Beyond the Gates content and Beyond the Gates content alone, well, you won't remember because you weren't here. Essentially, this channel is the branch off of my main channel, Our Kind of Entertainment. So this was pretty much a channel where I could talk about all the things like anime, pop culture, things like that are non-Tyler Perry affiliated. So that's why I created this space. It just so happens that I figured, why not, convert one of the main focuses of the channel to the new soap opera Beyond the Gates, but I'll still post non Beyond the Gates content on this channel sporadically. And I was I was on Instagram and I was looking at a friend, posting in their stories, or it was either a post or in their stories or something. And she talked about manifesting, her new career or something like that. Basically, it was something that she quote unquote manifested, and it finally came to pass just recently. And I've been seeing this word floating around for the past like couple of years. Typically, from the people I follow, it's generally the people who I know who are into astrology that use this word. Let me just say up front, this video is in no way, shape, or form and a personal attack on those who believe in these things like manifestation, or those who put a lot of stock in astrology. I don't know much about it. I know I'm just a Virgo. That's pretty much all I know. That's my sign, but that's it. Like, I don't really know all the ins and outs of it. But yeah, this is just a video made out of curiosity because I'm a Christian. Grew up in a Baptist church, whatnot. I'm 33. I'm still a Christian, still a believer in God. And I was just curious, in terms of the word manifest, I wanted to know if there's anyone out there who can give some insight. Yeah, I did a Google search and I did see some pretty good articles, but I just wanted to, talk to some people who might have, a different insight on this. But as a Christian, I don't know, is it wrong to manifest? Because of the fact that when I think of the word manifest, it just seems to encompass the idea of I am willing this into existence. I am going to make this happen. You know? And I think about various phrases I've heard, over the years, in terms of you got to speak what you want into existence. Positive thinking. Your thoughts are energy or something like that, or basically your thoughts can become reality, so be careful what you say, what you think, that kind of stuff. And I think about the scriptures, faith without works is dead. So it's like, don't expect God to just drop everything in your lap, put some work in. But then I remember as a kid kind of questioning, like, but God is all powerful and all knowing. So it's like, in the Bible and whatnot says like God doesn't need my help. So what exactly am I supposed to do? So it's just one of those things where as a kid, you ask those questions, one of three things can happen. One, you're basically told to stop asking those kind of questions and just believe it because I said so. Or the person you ask doesn't really know how to give it a straight answer, so they don't give you a straight answer, nor do they admit to not really knowing how to answer the question. Or three, you just come up to your own conclusions. But I think when it comes to manifest, it just feels like, I don't know. It just, I'm not saying I don't like the word or those who believe in manifestation, but for me, as a believer, I just feel like it conflicts with the idea of needing God, because I was able to manifest growth in my bank account, or I was sick and I, had cancer, but I manifested good health and now my cancer is gone. So you see, it just really rings to me that manifestation is more so about individual power as opposed to believing in a higher power. That's my take on it. And like I said, don't come at me as an attack. I'm just saying, like, that's my takeaway of the word, you know? That's just my takeaway. Because sometimes I think that, you know, what's that saying? Rejection is God's protection. And what's meant for me, it will come. And I think sometimes, you know, if I want to manifest something, but it doesn't happen, is that due to me not believing in my manifestation hard enough? Or is it not happening because the thing I want to manifest isn't God's will for me? Like getting married by a certain age, starting a family, or, you know, going down this career path or whatnot. So for those who are listening and just so happen to either believe in manifestation, or if you're a Christian like me and maybe you have some insight from your own experiences, I'd really love the feedback, just because, like I said, this was just something I've been seeing floating around the internet. And I just wanted to know, what do you think about it?